I'm diving into the latest immigration news that you absolutely need to know, and I'm challenging myself to break it all down in just 5 minutes. Immigration is a topic that affects millions of people around the world, and it's crucial that we stay informed about the latest developments. That's why I'm excited to be sharing this update with you today, covering the recent news that could impact your life or the lives of those you care about. The reality is that immigrants are facing some significant challenges right now. The current political climate has led to a lot of uncertainty and anxiety, with many people feeling like they're in limbo. One of the biggest hurdles is the constantly changing landscape of immigration policies. It seems like every few months, there's a new announcement or update that can affect eligibility, application processes, or even the very status of certain immigrant groups. Another major issue is the legal hurdles that immigrants often face. The court system can be slow and overwhelming, leading to lengthy delays and frustrating setbacks. And on top of all this, there's the emotional toll of dealing with the uncertainty and stress that comes with navigating the complex immigration system. Add to this the issue of access to resources, and you can see why so many immigrants are struggling to cope. Finding reliable, trustworthy information can be a challenge, and getting access to quality legal representation can be a significant financial burden. It's no wonder that many people are feeling overwhelmed and unsure of their next steps. The good news is that there are still many dedicated organizations and advocates working hard to support immigrants and push for positive change. From legal aid groups to community organizations, there are resources available to help navigate the system and provide much-needed support. Moving on, there have been some significant developments in immigration law and policy recently. Just last week, a federal judge ruled on a crucial case that could have far-reaching implications for thousands of immigrants. According to experts, this decision could open up new pathways for those seeking asylum, and it's a major victory for advocates who have been fighting for years to see this change. We've also seen some important updates from government agencies, clarifying certain aspects of the immigration process and providing more guidance for those applying for various visas or statuses. While there's still much work to be done, these developments are definitely a step in the right direction. I want to take a moment to highlight the importance of staying informed and engaged on these issues. As we've seen time and time again, the actions of just a few individuals can make a real difference in the lives of immigrants and their families. By staying up to date on the latest news and developments, we can all play a role in creating positive change. Speaking of which, I have some breaking news to share with you today. In a surprise announcement earlier this week, the government revealed plans to expand a key program aimed at supporting immigrant families. This initiative has the potential to benefit tens of thousands of people, and it's a major win for those who have been advocating for this kind of support. So what does this mean in practical terms? Essentially, this expansion will provide more resources and support for families who are navigating the immigration system. It's a recognition that the process can be complex and overwhelming, and that immigrants need access to reliable information and guidance to succeed. Of course, there are still many questions about how this program will be implemented and what the specific details will be. But overall, this is a major development that has the potential to make a real difference in the lives of immigrants and their families. Let's take a quick recap of what we've covered today. We've talked about the challenges facing immigrants, the recent developments in immigration law and policy, and the breaking news about the expansion of a key program aimed at supporting immigrant families. It's clear that there's still much work to be done, but it's heartening to see progress being made. The latest immigration news is sending shockwaves through communities across the country, and it's essential we stay informed about the changes that are happening. From policy shifts to court rulings, these updates can have a significant impact on people's lives, and it's crucial we understand what's happening and why. A recent development has sparked intense debate among immigration advocates, lawyers, and lawmakers alike. The changes to the asylum seeker application process have left many feeling uneasy and unsure about what this means for those seeking refuge in the United States. At the heart of this issue is the question of how we balance national security with humanitarian obligations. It's a complex problem that requires us to consider multiple perspectives and weigh competing interests. As we delve deeper into this issue, it's essential to understand the historical context that has led to this point. For decades, the asylum seeker application process has been a subject of controversy, with different administrations trying to reform it in various ways. What's clear is that the current system is overwhelmed, and something needs to change. But the question is, what's the best way to reform it? Should we focus on streamlining the process, or do we need to address the root causes that drive people to flee their homes in the first place? Some experts argue that the changes are necessary to prevent fraud and abuse, while others claim they're an attempt to undermine the very principles of asylum. It's a highly charged debate, and it's essential we hear from all sides. The American Bar Association, for instance, has expressed concerns about the impact on genuine asylum seekers, while government officials argue that the changes are necessary to protect national security. At the heart of this debate is a fundamental question: what does it mean to be a refugee, and who deserves our protection? It's a question that gets to the very heart of who we are as a society and what values we hold dear. As we move forward, it's essential we engage in a nuanced discussion that considers all the complex factors at play. One of the most critical aspects of this news is the recent court ruling that will significantly impact immigration processes. The ruling has raised serious concerns among immigration lawyers, who argue that it will lead to a surge in deportations and further exacerbate the backlog in immigration courts. The ruling has also sparked fears among immigrant communities, who are already reeling from the ongoing pandemic and economic uncertainty. It's a delicate situation, and it's essential we approach it with sensitivity and compassion. As we wrap up this video, it's clear that the latest immigration news is complex, multifaceted, and far-reaching. It's essential we stay informed, engage in nuanced discussions, and consider the human impact of these policy changes. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share your thoughts and opinions on this critical issue. If you're looking for more insights on immigration news, be sure to check out my previous videos, and I'll see you in the next one.